So you grew up and down on this pizza, man. So for the people who's watching who do not know who you are, tell us who you are.
Man, my name is Bruce Carter. I am a true Dallasite, and I've been in this office since 4:30 this morning. What time is it? 10 o'clock at night?
10 o'clock, man.
It's a lot of work to do, man.
Yeah, I know we got to get some rest too, though, right?
I used to say I'm going to rest when I'm dead, but yeah, I got to get some rest. But I got 7 days, then I'm going to rest after the 7 days for 2 days, and I'm going to get up and I'm going to help elect the next Dallas City Council, especially the mayor in about 7 or 8 seats.
So for those who do not realize why you was up at 4:30 this morning, there's something important that's going on tomorrow, and tell us what that is.
It is. Tomorrow we have a citywide forum. Excuse my food, man. I want to give you this interview, though. A citywide forum for all candidates.
We got to eat, bro. We got to eat.
Yeah. And those candidates, I'm making a mess too, but those candidates, man, it's important for this reason. We must be able to hold the elected officials accountable. Well, the only way we can do that, we got to know who they are today, tomorrow, during the election, and after the election. So what I want to do is I want to be a part of making Dallas America's best city. That's my thought process. So in order to make America's best city, first we got to make it one city. That means we got to deal with some of the divide that's in Dallas, whether it's socioeconomics, zip code separation, race separation, the things that keep us separated. And one of the things that I believe we got to do is we got to level the playing field with opportunity. So I want to deal with our youth. That's my theme. That's my belief. And so we're going to invite, man, a bunch of young kids out, a bunch of young black males, and basically say, look, let me show you what policy can do for you if you make it. I want these babies to hear what these candidates say. And I think they're gonna get it. So they don't be like the majority of black men in America. You know, we don't want to vote, we don't want to participate, but there is a plan for us if we vote or not. So I think we got to get engaged, and that's part of what this teaching system is. And so it's gonna be good. You know, and for those that don't show up because they don't feel like it's important, we're gonna make sure that everybody knows that they're not worthy of a vote.
So you talking about those who do not show up? You mean those who are actually running for election?
Oh yeah, for those candidates that don't show up.
So it's over like 60 candidates that's running, right?
It is, man.
So you guys have invited over 60 candidates to be a part of this?
We have. Yeah. Some won't come because they're afraid of the format. Others won't come because they don't feel like they need to. And we just believe that that's a problem, because it's okay to be elected for this district, but you spend the city of Dallas money. So you should be involved in all areas that you possibly can in case you got to make a vote. And so that's what we got to start teaching people. Typically what happens, people, especially in the southern sector, they only go to their representative. They don't go to all of them. We got to teach people, you got to knock on everybody's door. You got to hold everybody accountable. So if it's 15 people sitting in that horseshoe deciding what goes on in and around the city, what's built, where money goes, you need to make sure that you hold each one of them accountable to the best way you can. Call your friends that live in the other part of the city and say, look, that person's no good for you. That's what we had.
And who's all invited to come out?
Youth organizations, the candidates, other nonprofits, and people that are citizens of Dallas.
And what is it that you're hoping to accomplish? Because I think the voting range, age is 62 or?
On average. On average, the voter is 62 years old. Tomorrow, I'm hoping that the children will capture something. They'll reach out to their grandmothers, their mothers, but then reach out to their neighbors, call on their friends, moms to vote. You know, not for a certain person unless they like them, but to at least vote against those that don't show up and respect the process.
Now, they say that people don't vote because there haven't been any type of accountability. Now, let's say that these individuals, 'cause I know that the whole purpose of this tomorrow is to get those out there to vote. Let's say that these individuals who say that they're going to do what it is that they're going to do still do not do what it is that they're going to do after being voted into this office. What is the accountability? What is it that we have in place as far as accountability?
Great question. We can fire them. It's called a recall. It means we need about 7,000 people in each district across the city, about 84,000 to stand up if it's for the mayor. And basically, we just say, yeah, we don't want you no more. You're a liar. You're not doing well. Let's fire. And we go through the process of firing.
Why is it that you do what you do?
Man, that's a big question. It's my calling. It's what I was designed to do. It's who I am. I don't even know anything to say other than that.
And for those who may not know, we're going to go ahead and close because I know that you're hungry. You got to go home and get you some rest. For those who do not know all or just some of the many things that you've done in Dallas, give us just some of those things that you've already done in the city of Dallas.
I spoke at tons of the schools. This is over the years. I've served veterans. I've assisted with domestic violence agencies. I was the director of the Weekend of Honor, which was the one-year event for the police were stopped. I've tried to do my part. I've reached out to men who had felony convictions, old child support, try to gain a foundation for them. Serve the seniors. Whatever I could have done, I tried to do. And in some places, I've excelled. Some didn't go well. But try to have impact. Try to create impact. That's what I've done, I believe, most.
And for those who are watching, your last words, what is it that you want the people to know that's coming from Brother Bruce Carter?
The change is going to come.
A lot of people is giving up on change.
Well,
and I think that's the reason why the voting has actually decreased and the ages went to 62 years of age, because people are just really giving up.
I like to say it this way. Sam Cooke said a change is going to come. Just didn't say when or who was going to bring it. I believe that we're building something as a collection of people, especially brothers, who, if they can hold on, stand together, that change will get here. What will it look like? Well, if you come out tomorrow, you're going to see what we believe Martin Luther King Street can look like. With some work. It's beautiful. But it all starts with belief. We got to have faith. Without faith, man, we're nothing. And that's all I got. I got this ridiculous, crazy, steroid faith that makes me unshakable. And so that's what we stand on. I just believe Dallas will get there, but it's going to take new blood, new minds, open-minded people, practical solutions to get us there. And that's what I'm hoping to play my small part and plant a seed and put a little water on it, and it flourish over a period of time.
So those who are watching, where is it they supposed to show up and what time?
Man, we're going to be at the Texas Horse Park, and the address is 811 Pemberton Hill. You want some of this pizza now?
Yeah, you saw me looking at that pizza.
I seen you looking at that. You're more than welcome to it.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to grab a slice of that pizza.
811 Pemberton Hill Road, Dallas, Texas, 75217. And what I want you to do, if you come out, I want you to see where this is located. Immaculate facility. But I want you to get a tour of that community. And I want you to understand that changes are happening with or without you. And some go unnoticed, but you have to become conscious, because if not, you're doing your kids a great disjustice. And it's not always about somebody having their foot on your neck. Sometimes you got your own foot on your neck. And so we just want to see if we can help each other be elevated.
And one last question. What do you want to say to the men?
To you, I'm going to say it this way. Brothers, we got to step up. The baton has been dropped. We're 3 or 4 decades behind. And if we don't pick it up, it only gets worse. So for those brothers who have able bodies, sound minds, and you believe that your family's valuable, let's put this work in, man. Take sacrifice, take hard work, but there are some rewards there. So that's what we're gonna do. If we keep working, I see us getting there. It ain't gonna be easy, but I remember people that at one point in time was in slavery, but they worked their way out. And I think that we're enslaved more in our mind now than we are physically. So if we can redirect that I know we're gonna get there. My age is continually, going in that direction. So I got to get ready to hold the baton and pass it to somebody. So that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, well, we're going to go ahead and close this interview, and I just want to say to you again, bro, it was definitely a pleasure and honor in meeting you. Just understanding some of the things that you're doing, it not only empowers the community, but it empowers those who are watching, because you can't not be empowered if you were to see everything it is that this guy have and what he's actually doing for the community. It's so much that he's not saying, and it's because we don't have that much time. And not only that, but he's hungry and he needs to go home and get him some rest so that he can really be prepared for tomorrow. How do people get in contact with you or see some of the work it is that they're doing? That you're doing. Do you have a website or?
We do, man. Go to makeDallasOneCity.com. I think that's what I want to focus on for the time I'm in the city. It's going to take a bunch of people to do it. It's going to take open-minded people. But makeDallasOneCity.com. Because when we make Dallas one city, all the suburbs, they benefit. The people benefit. And I believe that my vision is for Dallas to be known as America's best city. We get that done, I think we've done something.
Okay, now y'all going to see my hand slide.